Well, hello there. Happy Saturday. I'm so glad you decided to come join me for just a hot minute. I know everyone is probably in the midst of their uh, Christmas preparation. We've got what, 12 days? Yep, 12 days. So hopefully you are getting down to the wire. I know with young kids it can be very hairy, so I'm past that situation. So, today, I know that I've talked about Teachery as being part of my tech stack for building courses, and I did a video on it. If anybody's here that's not familiar with it, it is a course builder. Um, I feel that it gives a lot more value than some of the other course builders without, breaking the bank or, auctioning off the firstborn. So this time I want to dive a little deeper into the customization because it does offer a lot of customization for you. And we're going to start off by our goal being take a deep dive into Teachery's customization options. And as always, our why is because sharing your brilliance should be simple, not rocket science. So, what we're going to cover today, Teachery actually gives us two paths. Path one is pre built styles with no code as well as themes. We'll see that in a moment. Or if you need more control, custom CSS is available. Not always available on all the course builders. I think I did mention in my email that there is a certain course builder that makes you pay the highest tier, which is really expensive, just to get their code. And I don't think that's fair. I mean, they are really the only ones that I've seen do that. I don't think it's a business model that a lot of other SaaS companies, SaaS, um, are adhering to, but you don't have to pay anything extra with Teachery. Don't worry. And I'm not going to tell you what that other one is, but you can probably guess it. So let's see. First off, what's the difference? Do you want to use pre built themes or do you want to go with the full out custom CSS? Now, with the pre built themes, it's just a click of the button and you're ready to go. There's absolutely no code. You're going to see instant results. You're going to be ready to add your course content, and it's perfect for beginners. Now, if you do need a little more control, maybe you're an established business and you've got your certain fonts and you've got certain colors and you've got your logos and they're you've just got a branding down to a T and you need your course to look exactly like all your branding. That's when you're going to add a little custom CSS. You get complete control. It's for your unique branding and it is worth the extra step. So in case anybody does not know what custom custom CSS is, what CSS stands for is cascading style sheets. And they're like when you have a house and you got the studs and stuff and you got the foundation, they're like they're the real walls, and then you're going to come in and you're going to put pictures on your walls and paint. Well, maybe you're going to paint before you put pictures on, but they're the finishing touch that makes a website look like a beautiful website. And that can be done either with you customizing your CSS or without, because so much is plug and play anymore that you may not even ever have to touch it. But in this case, I think it's going to be simple. You'll see. You'll see. So, first off, we got the pre built themes, right? So, these are really plug and play. And I'm going to go over here and show you a few. And so I'm in my Teachery. This is my back end. And if I can ever find my cursor, okay. So I've already got some themes that I'm going to go over in here, but you see I have been playing, right? But I want to show you where you would find a theme. First off, before I click here, I am going to show you where the marketplace is. So this, you can create a theme yourself and put it on their marketplace and sell it. And they've got a few, they've got courses, they've got digital downloads, didn't mean to do that. Some are free and some are paid. So I have purchased this one from a gal that I know. I don't know her personally, but I know her work. Where is she? Oh my God, where is she? She's way up here. Okay, this is the one that I've purchased, and I'll show you that. She makes it very easy to understand what she's doing and what can be edited. So when a developer, when a designer has annotated their CSS, we're going to call it code, but it's not really code. It's kind of like a markup. Well, HTML is the markup language. We're not going off there. We're not going there. We're not going there. We're just going to look and feel here. So you've got a few free. Let's just look at the free ones. Okay, so you got a few. Now, this should give you enough inspiration that you could grab one of these, put it in your course builder and just, have at it. So let's see. This one has a lot of styling in it. So you're just going to go here. They tell you, oh, that's the developer, one of the developers. We can preview it. It's kind of nice, kind of nice. You know, looks like a recipe food page. So these are recipes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so they go on. Let me see what else they have. All right, you got a view recipe. Okay, nice. They've used their sidebar for the recipe for the ingredients. That's really nice. They've got a video in there. So this is a nice, pleasing course, I would say. I'm going to go back and I am going to not really, let me see, go back here. Okay, so we're back at the marketplace. So you can grab one of these, and when it says, I don't know if I like this one, but I'm going to use it. It says preview. Oh no, I'm not going to use it because it says start using at $40. Whoops. Whoops, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, baby. Let me just hit free. And okay, I like this one. Let's do this one. Okay, this is a moment, capturing the moment theme for photographers. Let's preview it first before, let's see what it looks like. Okay, all right. Okay, I don't like that. Boy, I do not like that. That loaded way too slow. But it is a rather clean looking theme. Let's see, start course, technical skills. It does give that photographer type of style that they use, but I really was disappointed with that header image coming in so slow. That means they made it too big. They need to do something with it. I could reverse engineer it and tell you how big it is, but I'm not, because that's not what we're doing today. So we are going to, let's just go ahead and use this. All you have to do is say, when I say click a button. There it is. Start using for free. Hey, Ramona, it looks like you already have access to this theme. I'm sorry. I do. I've already downloaded it, but you can see how easy it is. So we're going to go back to it says I already have it, but I haven't used it. Okay. No, I'm going to create a theme. I want to show you. We're going to use a course. It's a standard course, and I'm going to make this. I have too much stuff in front of me. It's so hard. Photo. demo. And then I'm going to find that theme. Now, here's the thing. You can either use a theme. A theme is going to give you your entire course layout ready to go. You can change your colors and your fonts and just about anything without CSS. But you can start with just by scratch with just a very lean, minimal template. And that would be the minimal template down here that you would use. And it would have no CSS added, and it would just be starting from scratch. Don't use the sidebar template. I did open that up, and they do say that that's going away in 2026. So don't do it, because whatever they're changing, it's a major change, and that sidebar is going bye-bye. That's that not sidebar, but that's the name of it. It's kind of butt ugly. I'm just going to say I'm glad it's going away, because it's got a left sidebar and a right sidebar, and we just don't do that in 2026 anymore. I'm going to say 2026 because we're almost there. So if you really want to start from scratch, check out the minimal template. But I wanted to look at, where's photo? We got digital. Oh my goodness, didn't they said I had it. Influencers, Taylor, Tasty. They said I had it. Okay, I'm just going to use somebody else. Podcasting, because I'm not going to waste your time there. They're all the same. I mean, they're all very highly customized, so this will work anyway. Let's see. I someone mentioned that if you have a question, we do this in Ecamm when we're on Ecamm live streams, because the name of the product is Ecamm Live. That's confusing. But the moderators always request that if you have a question, you put a capital Q colon before your question. That way they can sort it, and I'm going to request that you do that too. Then I can sort them out and I can see the questions a little bit better. So Q colon is the way to go. That's what they tell me. Okay, so we've got podcasting for influencers. You might not like that dark green, but you can change it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just pop it out first and see what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like out in the wild. This is always a draft, because your students will never see that. That is telling you how to use this theme. So let's see what the lesson looks like. They've done a good job. They've done a good job with this. So let's go back. Let's just say we do not like that. We don't like that green. So what we can do is, this sidebar is amazing. They have packed everything in this sidebar, constantly scrolling down. What we want to do first is this is the how to use, and it is going to just walk you through everything that you need to do to make this theme your own. And they've got a lot, you blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through all this. Style your course and updating your brand colors. I'm going to show you where to do that. But I did do a demo on that. Let's keep on going. Editing your overview page. These designers have done quite a good job with annotating what their theme is doing and how to make it your own. So very explanatory. I'm not going to go all the way down. One thing I want to do is see if they have put in a Canva template. See, I can't type with this mic in front of me. They have not put a Canva. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I do like the ones that do, though. So we're going to go back here. Let's just quickly see. This is using no CSS, okay? So I am going to show you. You got to scroll all the way down because, first of all, where do you put your CSS when you want to use it, right? You got to scroll down. It's all about scrolling. You're going to go style your course. That's going to be another drop down for a wealth of information. And you're going to scroll again. And finally, you're going to find add custom CSS. Now, don't get freaked out. Get the fire extinguisher because I'm not going to make you do this, all right? I'm just going to show it to you. Keep the fire extinguisher handy. I don't want you to light your hair on fire. I mean it. Okay, open the window as it says, and you can see that this has a lot of customization. It's good. Well, it does have a lot. Okay, let's just call that a lot. But we are not going to need to use that. We're going to go to get rid of this big guy, back to the editor, and then we're going to go down and style the course. Where is style my course? Right there. We're going to first grab some different colors. And one thing they do is they give you all these palettes already. I'm going to make myself easy and go with it's Christmas. Let's use the red. Let's see what that looks like. That's bright. Okay, the green is gone. There's a lot of pink, but you can see, look at that. That changed everything. Let's try another one just for, okay, no, 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 no. Okay, you get the drift. All right. So maybe you like this, but you don't like that blue. Up here you see your course palette. You can change your background. I'm going to quickly change it to something I know, which is white, FFFFF. Okay, and that changed to white. Now, this is one of the few places where you have to save. Always scroll all the way down or it won't see your changes. Every place else in the app, there's a little button down here that keeps saying saved. It's saved immediately. So this is the only place that you have to scroll down and actually save it. But I'm not going to save it because we'll keep the green for a minute. All right. What else can we do there? We've got, just real quick, you can do everything here. You're going to style your course. You got your global colors. You got your global fonts. Let's see what we do with fonts. They do have Google fonts loaded. So you can find a font from Google that is free. And you're just going to do a drop down and you're going to see tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. Okay. That's easy. Just look there. You can even go to Google's page. Again, this is going to Google fonts real quick. And we're just going to browse them. So what you would do, you would go over here, see what they look like, because that drop down, you're literally going to go blind. So just go over here. Google has these sorted out really, really nice. Their names are there. And then you can go back over and start looking at how you want to change these. But it's all very, very systematic and ordered. You've got your body, you've got your H1s, our the great big headers. I'll change this H1 to, I do like Noto though. I'm going to just change it to Arial. You have some unsaved changes, all right? Did it change? Where did it change? Was that was a body? Oh no, I don't think that's going to look good in the body. Let me see where there's a body. We'll have to see where that is. Oh, right here. Arial. Okay, let's put it back to, this is wrong. We're just going to leave. But this is where you're going to change your fonts, your colors, just about everything. And all these things kind of dial up, and then you have to go back down to find these things. They keep on going and going and going. One thing you'll note that the background went back to green because I did not save that change. So this is where, I mean, you can do just about everything. And if you're just beginning, if your goal is to get your course out, I would use a theme. Get it done. Just use a theme. No sense to make things harder for yourself, right? So let's go back. Are there any questions? I don't want to lose anyone because I know that this is not the type of tutorial I would normally give. All my tutorials are going to be plug and play. We're going to stay as far away from any type of coding as possible. But this is one case where Teachery has made these code snippets, these CSS snippets. So it's very, very easy. It's literally go over there, grab it, and then it's a copy and paste, copy and paste. So if you noticed, remember, I said this was highly customized. And I am going to go back to my dashboard, just seeing who's here. Okay. And as you can see, I have got a ton of, I've been playing, all right? I like to play. I am going to look at this one here. Simple demo. Okay, now I already I did put the header in there, okay? But everything else, oh dear, I did do some stuff here. Let me just go back because I want to see how you can do this. Okay, we're going to do just simple. I know it's misspelled, but I'm not going to change it. Okay, I'm going to use the minimal. I said that's the one that doesn't have any code in it, no CSS whatsoever. So you see, it's pretty darn simple. And my cursor, okay, let's just to prove to you that it is very simple. There's nothing there, there's no courses, there's nothing. So I'm also going to go down here to prove to you that there is no CSS to confuse us. And right there, it's empty. So it's empty. That's it. So if I wanted to customize this now in the interest of saving some time, I did do this early this morning. So this is the simple, that's simp, okay. But I'm going to show you, this is yet a simple, that's a copy of simple. Okay, all right. So what I did here is I added these little ornaments. Okay, it's Christmas time. I added these individual images. And that if I would go to the instructions, which I'm going to go to in a moment, I just want to see something. Okay, I'm not going to see something. I'm going to go to, oh, there's so many tabs. I hate tabs. I just can't stand tabs. Ugh, can't stand them. Okay, now we're at the style files. Okay, now we talked about themes. Let me just move this. These are style files. Themes are your entire course. They're everything. Style files are bits and pieces. Right out of the box, Teachery is giving you 6 lesson layouts, 5 color palette sets, 5 font pairing samples, and 4 pre-designed header images. And here they are. This is a nicely laid out page, style files for your Teachery products. I'll let you know, I found this by accident. I was looking for something else, and I think it was in the help docs, and I'm like, they should put this a little bit front and center, but I found it by accident, and I was glad I found it. So see here, what we're going to look at is we're going to do a different lesson layout with this little arch here. Actually, we're going to do this one because the image is above that arch. So I am going to click on that. And like I say, these are just bits and pieces. This is only going to change how the course looks on your preview, your overview window. So you're going to always read their instructions. You're going to copy the code. I hate GIFs. I have to jump off of them all the time. They're telling you copy the CSS. They're telling you where you can get the CSS. Let's open that real quick. Well, you've seen that. You saw me where I put that in the little monster. Paste your code here. Let's get out of that. Go back here. And then I do wish they had said this earlier because a lot of people will copy the code, then they're going to carry it over, to the CSS window. But there's a bit of an important thing here. It says, in order in order to in order for the lesson preview image to show up on your overview page, you'll need to add the image in the content block of your lesson pages like this. Then you have to watch this GIF. Um, and I had to watch it a couple times. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Okay, so we're not going to worry about this. What they are doing is, I'm coming back over here, and what they were doing is, let me make another lesson. Lesson 4. This is not going to look, I have not been able to spell lesson all day. Lesson 4, space 4, Ramona. Okay, so we're going to create another lesson. Then we're going to come down here, and this is where, I don't know if you can see that. Let me just go. Is this? No, wait a minute. Okay. You see this? Lesson 4. You really don't need that. You could, but you do have new lesson here. So I'm going to get rid of that. What they're doing is they're putting their cursor right in front of the L in that little small lesson 4. Okay? Then you're going to hit return once. You're going to hit your up arrow to get back up. And ta-da! Look at that. A plus sign appears. And that plus sign is what we need. You click that and it dials out to, I can add an image, I can add a video, I can add tables if I need, bullet list, and a horizontal line. I want an image, and I'm going back, okay, I'm going to go here. Now that image comes in very, very big because I've been working with this. I know that I can come down here, and the ruler is denoting, you can change the size. Again, that took me a little minute. Okay, so it is now 300 pixels. I'm going to change it to 132 because that's what everybody else is, and the height is auto. So now that looks more like how I want. I don't need this. Oh, did you see what I did? I deleted it. Okay. I just want you to know how to get this done. Oh my goodness. In the interest of time, huh? I know, I know, I know. 132. Update that. Okay, now what I was trying to do. So yeah, I did delete that lesson. I just, this can be lesson lesson 4, okay? And then I could come over here. I don't have my hipster. Do I have? Let's get some hipster lipsum so it knows. That's enough. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's just lipsum. Now to find the where I'm at, right? Okay, grab that. We're filling that up. Okay, so let's see how this. Okay, one more thing I'm gonna do. Because this will really bug me. I'm going to center that easily. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back to the overview page, and now I should have 4, right? That's a draft. You're not going to see it, but I'm not going to. Okay, hurry, hurry, hurry. Publish. Otherwise, you won't see it. Okay. So now we have 4 lessons, right? We got god awful purple um, buttons, which can be changed again where that color palette is. We can change those there. And what I'm going to go back to is my, not the skeleton. Wait a minute. I want to go, yeah, I do want to go here. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I want to go here. This is my style guide. Okay, we've done that, but I'm going to grab my code again because that took too long. Maybe I copied again. Maybe I don't know. I might have done something different. I don't need that. So now I'm going back. And this is why I hate, look at all those. I can't stand those tabs. Oh, you can't see them. Okay, you can't see them, but I've got more than 3. And my skin starts itching when I get more than 3 tabs. Seriously, can't stand it. So, what are we doing here? We got the code, so we're going to go down once again to style your course. You're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom just about, add that custom CSS and open the window, and I'm just going to take all this out so that you know I ain't cheating you. I can delete that. Watch what happens. Apply the changes. See how those arches are completely gone? I'm going to publish that change. Okay? It does, the window doesn't go away. But now as you can see, move this over. Move, move, move. Now as you can see, um, the ornament is in the middle of the page and there's just this ever so lightly outline of a square, a rounded rectangle actually. So here I go. I'm going to put that code in again, and I'm going to look and see what I got. Preview the changes, apply changes actually. Did you see the images popped up a little bit, and then we've got this very, very, very faint outline. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. What I'm going to do is one thing. Now, here is the advantage of kind of understanding CSS. And I don't expect you guys to do this, but I do want you to realize that the designers have annotated their code, their CSS very nicely, that they're telling you exactly where and what is changing, okay? So I want that arch to be a little darker. And so overview page, that's where we're at. Adjust spacing and alignment of lesson card. These things are lesson cards. Oh, where's my cursor? Did my cursor go away? Highlight cursor. Okay, there it is. Okay, each of these, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, those are called cards. So we're going to come over here, and straight off the bat, I know that border radius, if I see a 300 pixel, that's upper upper left, upper right, bottom left, bottom right. That's what those mean, and I should give you a little bit of a. Is that why it's good? Oh man, I'm not doing good. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my. I wanted to. I did function. That was weird. So go back. Okay, now we got to go back there. So now I have got to. I Missed my window. Okay, but it's waiting for me. So once again, I know that that border radius is here, and they've already told me adjust the spacing and alignment of the lesson card. And I'm going to try and there we go. That doesn't help much, but I'm going to turn that off and just keep this on. Okay, bear with me. Um, what's happening in the okay, there's some people. Okay, so what I see here is I'm going to just put my cursor there. And this is flying too close to the sun. This is what Icarus did. We talked about that last week. Somebody looked it up. Somebody looked up Icarus. He flew too close to the sun with wax wings of all things. His father tried to warn him. So what I'm going to do here is bump into my setup here. You can't see all that, but to type is very difficult for me. So I'm going to say, so we want this border to be a little bit darker. What happens if I say border color? I'm not guaranteeing anything. I got a little, I want to grab that. That's the color I want. I know that because I've used it before. Border color is going to be this. I've always did not. Okay. Hex numbers always have to have a pound sign in front, and you always have to have a semicolon at the end. So I know that that is okay because I don't get an error. If I put something in, let me see. If you put something in, it'll tell you that there's an error. Okay? So it doesn't think I have an error yet. But I do want to put that back there because it's not going to work if I don't. Now I'm going to apply those changes, and it's a little harsh, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it there, publish. And I don't like the way these ornaments are just hanging there. So I'm going to do something that I'm not going to explain that much to you because you don't really want to know it. But we're going to go down and we're going to say adjust spacing below the lesson subtitle and moves the lesson preview image, which is the ornament, to overlap the top of the card. Now, to explain that, this image is overlapping the top of the card, which is the arch, but it's not overlapping the way I want it to. So I want it to go up a little more. But in anybody else's, for anybody else's images, it would be fine. I'm going to make it a negative 75. I'm just going to make it a negative 75 margin top. All right, see how they came up? I like that. I'm going to publish it. Bada boom, bada bing. And the window doesn't close, so I keep waiting for the window. All right, so this is what we have so far. We still have god awful purple. Let's go back, style your course, and see if we can find those buttons. Okay, so here's a button right there. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do my Slurpee thing again to get that red. Thank you, Slurp. It is called Slurp. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's such a cute little, I think that's called a haptic when it has a noise. I'm gonna change that, and that's red. Let's see, did they go red? Now they're red, okay? But I have to remember to save it there, confirm. Okay, so here we go. That's not looking too bad. And that was just with one little piece of code. We're going to call it code. And I'll show you over here what some of these look like. What is what time is it? Okay. Oh, I didn't want to show you that one. Bad me, bad me, bad me. Okay, so this is the Christmas Tunes Holiday Songbook. And I don't know, maybe you can see those arches are very faint. This is actually, this is not the same one that we were working on, but I have my customer is Monitou Marie, and Monitou Marie has not bought um, what the course that we were working on. So I know that confused you. So coming back here, you can see that we've got quite a bit of artistic freedom here. Let's look at that in the wild. I can live with it. I'm not sure if you would, but you can also change the color of the progress bar too, but I'm not going to go into that today. I'm just going to show you now. We took one lump of CSS. Let's see what else. So many different places, right? We're back to our style files. So this is very good. This should give you some inspiration. You're going to go down. You can see your header files. Everything's on one page. So when I click something, it just brings that part up to the top. So here's a curious thing. You can grab all this code over here. And when you get down to the bottom, I thought this is the worst place to put this thing. While we're at it, font pairings are always nice to have. It is important to, make your fonts pleasing. General practice, best practice would be don't use more than two fonts and possibly an accent font that is used very, very minimally. So that's just font pairings. Just Google font pairings, and you're going to come up with a whole bunch of information and examples, and you'll be off to the races. Even you can go Canva font pairings, and it has an entire article which is very in depth. Um, so, still coming down here now, we can do our headers. We're coming down here and still download our course design kit for Canva. I don't know why that's not up top, because you're going to be like doing a whole bunch of stuff and then you're going to say, well, they had a Canva kit, right? And for some reason they want to get your email address, but I'm thinking logically that if I'm on this page, I've probably already got Teachery, and they probably already have my email address, or I'm at least, doing the 14-day trial. But they're kind of using it as a lead magnet. So you got to give your email address, and then, of course, you know the drill. Go to your email, and you're going to click a link, and then you're going to go, in this case, to Canva. And here we are in Canva. Now, I do want to, I already put this in. Let me get that out. All right, let me get that out. Okay, I can always, let's go. I want you to see it the way it was. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's the way it actually was without my um, image. So this is your skeleton. You've got, and I want to make it, okay, I'm sorry about I want to take it all the way up to the top though. So we're in Canva now. We've got a Teachery design kit. You're not creating your course in Canva. That's a little bit misleading, because you can't take this stuff out of Canva and it's not building your course. It's just images in Canva. So you can come down here. What you would do, they have some explanation of what everything's doing and how you're supposed to do. They're back to the style files. And then I want to get down here. So whenever you see this, I don't know, these are called photo frames. When you see the blue sky and the whatever green mountains, those are photo frames. And you can just grab any type of image that you want and it'll fit in that frame. So watch this. I know you people probably know this. You just have to get it over, notice, let go of the cursor, and it'll come in. I can go down here. Now, these are cards. I would use this for inspiration because you're going to find just a wealth of, graphics and photos over in Canva. But if I put this, okay, I want it to go in there. See how nicely it goes in there? Okay, but still, I would have to download these images, and Canva's not going to let you download the images without editing them at all. It doesn't like that. It'll stop you. It'll say, you got to at least put something different, or else you're stealing um, that person's image. So this can be used for a lot of inspiration, but just be forewarned that you're not building your course here. You still got to go over to Teachery and still grab the you still have to go back to your files, your style files, and grab this code. Now, one thing I will do, this is kind of cool though. Is this going to make me share? Where are we going with this one? Get the Canva. And I do love Canva. It's so easy. So this is going to be, you've seen this before. A template created by Carolyn Zook was shared with you. Start designing now. And this is the beauty of Canva. So we can come over here. And like I say, these are little, you can put anything in here. You can put graphics too, but I just call them a photo frame. And that might not even be the proper name. But you'll notice that any of these headers, they're basically the same header. They just have different backgrounds and different fonts. But this is your basic one. And let's go. We're just going to really quick find stuff here. Christmas. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's put that. Come on. That there, it didn't fit too well. We're going to put some more trees in here. That didn't fit too well. But in the interest of time, I'm going to put this over here. Come on, get in there. See how they all just click in there? Now, here is what you're going to do. You are going to download this from Canva. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You only want this one, though. So I don't want you to go over to Canva. You got to go share. I don't want you to download the whole thing because you don't need the whole thing, and then you won't be able to use it in Teachery. Okay? You only want your header that you've customized. So what you do is you click download and you go, how many pages, what pages? You've got to click this. I'll just do it from beginning. I'm going to change this to JPEG. I don't know. I hear people are watching stuff on 4K TVs, and I just feel like if that's the case, you got to have the highest resolution. I know ping is good, but I use ping for transparent backgrounds. So that being said, I'm going to click I don't want all 4. I just want the number 1. I'm going to download that. Am I going to download it? I'm not going to download it because I don't really need it. But that does look kind of butt ugly. But we can go down. Let's download it. Now we're ready. I don't even like that. I can't even put that on. I can't even put that on a Teachery. So, but that was cute. I found that in Canva. All this stuff is found in Canva. So let me see. Just take a little breath. See what everybody's doing here. Everybody okay? Like I say, I want to keep these over a little bit over time, so um, I hope that I brought out how much you can customize Teachery. And if you want to take the time to learn CSS, cascading style sheets, it does it's a skill. It's definitely a skill that you can transfer to a whole bunch of things, and you'll find that things open up for you um, in other applications because CSS is CSS. Once you learn it, once you see it, you can never unsee it. Trust me. So that being said, there's one other thing that I love about Teachery because that other course creation tool, it doesn't let you do this unless you get the upper highest tier. Just don't understand that. Going back to the editor, and I am going to actually, wait a minute, go back to the dashboard. I got to get on the right course. I'm going to go to the cookie course. So this I did over in Canva. This entire thing is done over in Canva. So I tell you, it's beautiful. Canva's a beautiful thing. Nothing special about this. I didn't do the arches, did I? Or did I? Let me see what this looks like. Did I do the arches? I did do the arches. And now you see with this, um, I didn't want you to see the snow yet. Okay, I'm going to show you where are we at cookie course. Okay, this is the final image, final course. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all for just, playing around. And that snow, so timely this time of year, don't you think? I'm going to show you how you can do that. It's easy. First off, I'm going to show you where to. Oh, I bet it's not going to come up where I want it. I'm not going to show you where to get it. Maybe I will put that in the I'll put that somewhere else in the comments. So I want you to see. Okay, so let's see. Again, we have to go all the way down to the bottom. Is it style your course? Okay. Bear with me. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Add. Okay, where is it? Manage options. Uh-oh. Am I going to not be able to find it? Oh my gosh. I might not be able to find it where you can, there it is. Okay, under course settings, you're going to find this little place. This is very, very handy. Number one, you got your Google Analytics ID. If you're doing the SEO, you definitely want to get that Google Analytics. I guess pixel pins or what is Facebook pixels or something. I know there's all that stuff, but look at this. Add custom font. So if you really can't find a font, you can add a custom font here and it's going to show up in your drop down. But this is what I like. Um, Head tag does not mean anything to you. It's just telling the system where to put this code, which is in the head. It's up there. Different from a header, but it's up there at the beginning of the HTML. So this little baby creates snow. It looks ugly, but all you have to do is, let me see if the guy put his, no, he didn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I have, gonna change something here. I've already talked about custom CSS, but I just want to see where this guy, because this is the easiest one, snowflakes. Here it is. I knew I had saved it. Okay, if I can find, I got it. Where's the link? Go. Go, 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 go. All righty. Let me go back. All right, this is where you go for snowflakes. I don't know how to pronounce that, Pajasavi, but CSS snowflakes. There's a ton of these all over the place. They've been doing these for the last 20 years. But all you do is grab this. You just grab it. I know it looks like a lot of code. Should be somewhere where it just says click to add it all, but it doesn't. But this is your snow. And all you have to do, you can put this on any website. If you've got a WordPress website, I'm going to say Squarespace is allowing you to do this. The point being that when you have access to this code injection, you can start really making your course pretty dang interactive because JavaScript is what generally is going to go in here. And JavaScript does a lot. It just makes websites very interactive. So that's that. You got body tag code, and there's a lot. Custom domains, default, yada yada yada. It keeps going on and on and on. I could be here all day, but I didn't want to make it, I think I did make it a little bit complicated on the CSS, and I'm sorry about that. But I just want you to realize that you can go over on that style page and you can grab little pieces of code and then copy them into that CSS, custom CSS window. And you'll see that if you just look around, you will find all kinds of code snippets. It's not like you really, really have to learn all the code because developers and designers have already made these code snippets. So if you want to do something just like snowflakes, I just Googled snowflake. I Googled snowflake JavaScript and it came up. Other things could be, well, you could do confetti, but JavaScript is does a whole bunch of stuff. So I'd have to do that a whole nother tutorial on that, but I don't know. I don't see that in my future. We're keeping this simple. So now you know that this is a solid course creator. I think it rivals some of the big boys. And you've got Teachery. Remember the course building stack is Canva first, Canva for landing pages and um, get back. Where am I? Yeah, Canva for landing pages and thank you pages and sales pages. Then you're going to jump over. I'm going to use Flowdesk for their workflows. All my nurture sequences are going to be over in Flowdesk and my opt-in forms. And beautiful thing about Flowdesk has the integration with Canva, so they're talking to each other very, very nicely. I showed you the AI prompt that works from Flowdesk to Canva last week. Grab that. That's really opens up a lot. And as soon as Teachery gets their Canva integration, it's going to be so nice because you're not going to have to go back and forth, download. Everything is going to be in Teachery. You're going to have a button to say, okay, I want this image from Canva. You've already been over to Canva and you've made your beautiful, beautiful image or header, whatever. And you're just going to slide it into your Teachery course. It's going to be a beautiful day. I hope it comes very, very soon. So, everybody, I'm sorry I kept you a little bit over time, but get out there if you got to go to the mall or whatever, where everybody's going, wherever anybody's going nowadays. I hear that in real life shopping has ticked up this year. Um, that's unfortunate because the last few years it has been so pleasant to go Christmas shopping. Just go on a Wednesday and there's absolutely nobody. But now they say people are going back out. So if they're going back out, I'm going to stay in. So Have a good week. Make this a lovely weekend. We're going to get snow. It's going to look like Christmas. And then Christmas time, we're going to have 50 degrees. So thank you for coming. Make it great. I'm going to finish this off. Ta ta.